Hey guys, um, just arrived at a park, my favorite place where all my kids grew up in the summer. It's a beach park. Beyond all that green is the ocean. It's like 11, but unfortunately they're both asleep. By the time we came to the park, they fell asleep, both of them. So I have to wait for a little bit until they gain some energy. They played hard, and our girl, she's so cute. She's so cute, and you cannot see her because she's covered with her favorite blankie. It's really hot. It's really hot, and we brought something to eat, lots of something to drink, and towels, and got those diapers, special diapers that you can wet the baby, but you know, those diapers for poos or whatever. I'm not worried about her because she already did her stuff in the morning, but that guy over there, he hasn't done yet his. Last night I ordered on the Japanese Amazon potties, and one is pink, one is blue. They're really cute. From the reviews from what I got, translation from Japanese to English, I got that it's kind of hard to clean it afterwards. Like there are places where it will be hard to clean, but I don't know. I'm not scared of cleaning. I really am not. I can bleach them every once in a while too, so that's no problem. They look like a little chair and has like holders on the sides, and for the price they were like they were the cheapest thing I found. Like almost $20, but not even, so like $19.99 kind of thing. And so it was really cute. So I don't know when they're gonna arrive, but they're gonna arrive soon. They seem to have like their routine in the morning, and they're wait, yeah, in July they will be 18 months old. So I think it's time. I think my baby girl is aware of her. I think she's ready for potty training because she starts touching her diaper in the front or in the back when there's something inside, and especially when there is poo-poo, she always touches her back. Like she just really doesn't like the feeling, and their skin gets really irritated easily because it's summer, it's hot, and it's humid there inside of the diaper anyway. So I use tons of powder, baby powder, to keep them. Even the tummy, like the tummy below the belly button becomes like crushy, and like really the surface of the skin is not smooth. So I have to use lots of that powder, and I use it, plenty of it, but it helps. Yeah, this morning they ran away from the house again, and I made this little video earlier and posted, I think, already on YouTube. But they ran out of the house, and if there is nobody watching them, they could go to the road very easily, and there's too small. And I'll be in the bathroom, or I'll be hanging clothes outside, and they'll go from a different door. Excuse me. And it's just really hard to keep constant eye on them, and I have to. I'm scared to go to the bathroom. I really am, because I either have to find some kind of protection to put on those screen doors so I can still keep the doors open for fresh air coming in, but them not going out. I have to find a way to do that. I have to protect somehow so they don't go out. And there are way too many of those doors. Like one part of the house is just screen doors. I mean glass doors and sliding doors that open and close, and some of them I don't open at all, but there are two main ones that are open, and the babies know, and they just go out, and they know there's grass in the little garden we have, but that grassy area is not completely blocked from the road, so that's a bummer. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I guess because it's just something I'm stressed about. Usually when I start talking to my phone like that, is something on my mind that I just have to let it out. But anyway, so there's a video about it. Make you guys enjoy. They're like running with diapers only. It's really hot. Even their tummies get rashy, so, and back, so I don't want them to have too many coats on, or if they have something, to be just like really light. And yeah, there's nobody here, you guys. There's nobody here, like you can see, nobody. Just the workers. There's like a key truck there cleans. There is a sign that says don't use the park as if you don't have to. But I will have the guts and I'll use the park. I brought the stroller, and I do have a mask, but I'm not gonna use because it's the open one, and there are not many cars around me either. Usually this behind is like all with cars. Like there's so many spots you can see that are empty. On Saturdays and Sundays you cannot really find a spot to park, even if there is a sign don't use the park because of pandemic, whatever. People still come because, and I don't blame them. Saturday and Sunday, if you live especially in an apartment, what do you do with your kids? You cannot just have them play games all day in a corner of your room. It's just no. I'm pretty sure lots of people go hiking and camping and just like that in the park. Lots of people come with tents here, and just for a few hours even. And barbecue machines I've seen at night. Oh my gosh, and boom boxes and skating. There is a skating over there. There's a skating place. I don't know if you can see it, but lots of skaters go there too. Next to me there's a tennis court. Behind me there's like a camping area. So yeah, that is. It's really nice. It's really nice here. I just love this place, and it's a next town next to us, but next town I guess. But it's not too close to us, but it's not really far either. It's like it's worth it. Like when my feet touch the sun, I just feel like, oh, I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, every time I touch the sun with my toes, I love it. There's something about the beach. I love it. Like I'm scared, not scared, but like I don't really feel comfortable in the deep waters, or like going deep without land. I don't feel comfortable. So that means airplanes too. Not really airplane person, not really cruise and ships and ferry boats person, but close to the beach, like the waves, the seashells, the beauty. I just love it. I love seeing the sunset in this place. Has one of the most beautiful sunsets, but it's cloudy now. It's supposed to be cloudy and storm. Every time when there's like on the app like a cloud with a lightning on it, I think it's just boo. It's not really true. So it's just like this. It's nice and not sunny, which is good, because if there's a sun right now at 11 o'clock, it will hit your heart and will get like a heat attack or something, heat stroke or whatever you call it. Anyway, so this is perfect to be here right now. There is a breeze outside too, but I'm just gonna wait for a little longer for those sleeping beauties to just take their nap and go play a little bit. I'll get the stroller, and there's like a mat I got with us that you put on the grass, and then there's the drinks and their snacks. And I don't think we'll make it till lunch home, but it's okay. I have time till 3 o'clock, till my first kid comes home from school. And today's busy. They have practice with the martial arts one. There's a competition on 27th. On the 20th is what? Father's Day. I was thinking actually a lot about my dad. The guy in our house is I don't know. I should ask my kids, what do they think? What kind of dad do they think they have? And you can't really compare with other dads, because the boys don't really know other dads, how they are at home. Maybe one kid knows. I don't know. The dads here are not really present into the life of the kids so much. I have this feeling. Yeah, but growing up with my dad, it just makes me start thinking about that. mm, my dad is a very positive person, always joking around, making fun of, no, making jokes, but like funny jokes that make you laugh. And when you laugh a lot, there's this brightness that comes surrounds you, because you're just like, how he sees the world. Yeah, of course he can have down days and stuff like that, but most of the time my dad is one of the most positive people I know. He would turn every sad situation into a positive. And as he grows older, it's even more like of this, and I just love it. I love to talk to him. I love to be in his presence. I love to learn from him a lot. And he's a and he's a poetic kind of person. He would write poems, he would write books, he would write stories, and I'm like that. I like to write as well. And yeah, him and his sister, they're really kind of like creative people and very positive people. And I think they got that from my grandma, because she was, I don't know, I don't really remember them so much, my grandma and grandpa from my dad's side, but I remember grandpa being working hard on the field, and just, yeah, he was taking care of, they grew a lot of vegetables to can for the winter, and grandma helped a lot too, and she made the best meals in the world in the summer vacations. I loved it. Yeah, when I think about my dad, I feel like I want to be like him. I didn't have him all my life with me, especially in those years of, growing and developing as a teenager, but he left when I was 9. My sister was 6. And we were not taught, but like constantly told how bad he is. And I think the reason my mom was saying those things is because it wasn't easy on her to be one parent pulling the wagon for both parents, for two, for mom and dad. Definitely is not easy. I understand that. But, she was saying things about his character and his personality that made me feel like, why did you even marry him, I guess it was something, like a quick decision, just like me. And I think they both are amazing people, very rational, very practical, very like, he'll be the positive one. She's a bit more like pulling back a little bit, but she'll do what she has to do. So in that way, I don't know, but I never hated him. My sister, I don't think she never hated him either. We didn't hate him. We were just uncomfortable with the situation. And all those years when we would see him in the city center somewhere, and we would be just like going the other way, or like avoiding or something, just because we didn't know what to do and how to deal with the situation. And when I was preteen or whatever, I remember he got me this Walkman. You guys remember those? You put the tape inside of it, and it's on batteries, and you put the earphones, and it has like a cable. And so right now we live in touchscreen, wireless, everything kind of era, but back then that was like really, really nice thing to have. So, and I would listen to Guns N' Roses and Prodigy and Chemical Brothers. What else? Like teenager. And of course, Michael Jackson. He's the king. I would listen to, like, I like techno music, and I liked good, nice beat like Metallica, and like those golden back in the day kind of things. I just love those songs. I still do. And so I would go to my high school in the morning, which took like 30 minutes, and listen to music, but like really loud. One time one car actually almost ran over me because I crossed the street and didn't see him, and I was with the boom 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 in my ears. So yeah, but my dad got that for me. My mom probably could have, but I think she was, you know how moms are more into the practical kind of like what you need for school, like clothes or shoes or something. Like I'm right now like that. And the dads are more for like the cool stuff, like at least back home that's how it is, I feel like. And so when I had it, I was just really amazed. And she was kind of like, my mom kind of like backed up, and you know, like she just let me have my joy, and she didn't say anything except like, you know, don't get like confused with like those shiny toys that he bribes you with kind of like thing. And like, whatever. And so then he started taking us like for sometimes on the weekend out for a walk in the city park, or like he would take us to what do you call it, like a sweet shop where you can get a piece of cake. And cakes back home are yummy, you guys. It's nothing like here, and I would say it's nothing like in the States either. Our cakes are I just love cakes in Bulgaria. They could be like simple cakes made of biscuits, like those hard tasteless biscuits, but they fill them up with it. I don't know what is about Bulgarian cakes. I just love Bulgarian cakes. I don't like the cakes here at all. They look amazingly beautiful and decorated, but the taste is tasteless because they don't put much sugar. You can actually taste the bitterness of the cocoa powder inside, and I do not like it. And in the States it's way too sweet. I feel like they just, the amount of sugar and oil and butter is like, oh my gosh. No wonder people have to watch their diet there. But in Europe the cakes are I prefer those wet cakes because they're with syrup, and they're really good. And they know how to decorate nicely, but I'm not about the decoration. I'm about the taste, how it tastes. And so my dad would take us for like, and I always wanted like the chocolate. Oh my gosh, layers of chocolate in between chocolate is just, and it's like the right sweetness of chocolate, and they're big pieces. Like not like here when you buy a piece of cake, it's like seriously you can take it in 2 bites, like this much, and you know it's costly. Like a small, I was looking at in the mall. We went with the babies and their father recently to the mall, and we saw in the Baskin Robbins place they had ice cream cake showing, like they were like with Snoopy, of course, because Japan worships Snoopy and Charlie Brown and Woodstock, and they were with those tsumu tsumu, and what else, and not other ones. And one ice cream cake was with Avengers. It was looking so cool, and inside, and they explain in the brochure what kind of ice creams they put in that one. And then on the top there's like the Hulk, and then there's the Thor's hammer, and then it's really cool looking. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how can I explain to you guys how small it is. It's like see the steering wheel, right? It's like this small. And it's like what, $50 or something like that. Ice cream cake. Anyways, at least ice cream cake, you can never go wrong with that because it's yummy. Ice cream is yummy, but I cannot really afford that. Absolutely not. And anyways, ice cream cake. But yeah, so and back to my dad, sorry. So we started to, you know, learn about him more and get to know him, and we kept in touch with, he would call us on the phone, and I could see how my mom was kind of like, I don't want to say jealous, but like, you know how when there is a family thing and when the family is not together, you still want to be part of it, but the circumstances, the weirdness of it is just like really, it's impossible. And so I hated it. I just hated it. And so I promised myself when I was a little kid, I promised myself I'll never let that happen to my kids. I'll never let I promise myself I will never let my kids grow up without a mom and a dad. And so here I am keeping my promise still. Because you know how they have this therapy thing that they do, like they make you take a picture of yourself when you're little, and then just look at that kid and what would you tell that kid, right? It's a really nice looking back at yourself kind of therapy thing. What I would say to myself as that little kid is, I didn't let you down with your dream. Even though I want to million times by now, million gazillion of times by now. However, I do not want my kids to continue their education here. I'm not an educator, but I'm not stupid. And I know they could have more chances elsewhere, especially English-speaking country. So, yeah. I'm looking at my second son and how hard he has it here. He's a difficult child. He has his own way of thinking. And do you guys know that book, children book, Wilson and Chester? They're like mice. They're two best friends, and Wilson and Chester are kind of like odd kind of kids, and they have certain ways how they always get off the bed in the morning from just that one side, or they'll one of them would tie his shoes twice just in case. One of them would have like a little tiny emergency kit kind of like in his back pocket just in case. And they're kind of like odd kind of kids, like they have their things made in certain ways, and they would eat their sandwiches always in triangles and things like that. And so, and then this girl, my mouse, comes into the neighborhood. I forgot her name. What was her name? And so they avoided her at first and stuff like that, but she liked to be masked with different attires all the time to and she was really friendly. So she brought like a breath of fresh air into their relationship. Like she joined them and they learned a lot of things about her, and she taught them things and they taught her things. And you know, I wish my second kid could have that kind of relationship with friends like that, because in his freaking small school, in his freaking small class, the boys are just really, really not his type. We tried one of them to invite him over for a birthday and stuff, but it just doesn't work. And so this environment here does not help my kid, and just yelling parents, because parents are just not really functioning well together, and the kids feel it, and it's just like this really no unity in anything. So it's just, I think they feel it, and he's just into the rebel part right now, and not even teenager, not even 10 yet. He'll be 10 in a few months from now, but I wish I could change his environment for a little bit. My sister, who lives in a different part of Japan, was like, I wish you could just send him to me for the summer. And I was like, that sounds wonderful. That sounds amazing. I would love to do that, but how can I do that? Can I just, I mean, I suppose I could send him in the airport. They have like flight attendant that helps that kid, and it has like a special name tag and goes from this person to this person, and they deliver that person the kid. But I don't know. I'm confident he's very mature and he's very independent. He just doesn't work good with many people and in teamwork. So he's brilliant. He's brilliant with memory. He remembers maps, roads, everywhere we go, locations, names of people, He can mimic very well Bulgarian sounds very well. Like, if he's to learn Bulgarian, he's gonna learn it like he will speak it like as a native, because he has no problem with the pronunciation, and he's just like that. But it is very difficult to deal with. Doesn't follow, doesn't obey, doesn't. And that puts a little bit too much pressure under the circumstances, and it's just like those two now run all over the place. He's being difficult. I hate it here. It's just too much. I just want to pack up and go and just be in a different place. And see different people and breathe different air, and doesn't matter where. That at this point I don't really care where. I just don't want to be here anymore in the same old every day. And gosh, I can only imagine how moms are right now in the States when school finished, everybody's home. But at least, one parent, I don't know, when parents both work, I don't know how they do it there. It's hard, man. It's really hard. In many countries, once you get baby out of you, it's like in 3 months you have to go back to the workforce, or you are on your own. And those two are too. They will join the nursery school throng. It's kind of cold. Yeah, this is life. Anyways, back to my dad. I love my dad, and he loves all my kids. He always tells me how much he loves them and wants to spend time with them. And because he's more so, my mom is not like that really social person. I guess I got that after her. I'm not really a social person either. It depends though. It's like, if I feel comfortable in a place, and I can befriend people really easily, but I don't know, not here. I don't have any desire to. It makes me so tired to pretend to smile and everything is wonderful, life is great, when you feel hollow inside, like just really hollow and empty, and there's nobody to fill you in with any love or attention or anything. Like, sometimes it happens, and sometimes my oldest last night, he had tons of homework to finish. They had piano, so he managed to go to piano lesson and still finish all his homework, and I was swamped with like pants and frying things, and just the babies were pulling my pants again, hungry. And so I was like, could you please give me a hand and help me with me making this? And so he just washed his hands and he started. He didn't complain. We just talked about school, about things, and I loved it. Like, those kind of moments fill me up a lot. This kid never complains about anything. He just comes and helps because he knows nobody else does. I don't know how you guys do it out there with so many kids, but for me it's really hard. Especially alone. There's so many meaning of that word alone. You could be alone, you could be lonely, and you could be in complete isolation. Like, lonely inside and outside and around you, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And when you put all of those loneliness together, it piles up a lot, and it just feels like, why would I stay here? Why would I continue to stay here and feel miserable when I could be home and talk to my parents and have them see my kids growing in front of their eyes? And allow them, get them, then buy them things, spend time together. Whereas here, everybody just like work. All we do, our life is work, and when we stop is when we die. Seriously. I think I just need break from Japan and this freaking lifestyle here. You have no idea how great it felt 2 summers ago to go to Hawaii, even though I was so pregnant and it was so hard. I didn't even know the gender of my babies back then, but it was 2 summers ago about this time, and it was just so hard to move, and I was so sick in the airplane. I thought the turbulence was amazing. I didn't think we were gonna make it to there, but we did, and it just felt good to be there and see people speaking English all over me. Oh my gosh, you guys, and I was so emotional because I was pregnant and everything made me cry, but it was more like tears of joy because it felt good to go and get from the airport stand something to eat and drink without bowing or like people asking me questions. Do you have this point card or that point card? I don't give a crap about. And then the lady that was the cashier, she just I didn't have, because I just came straight from freaking Japan. I didn't have coins and like change and things like that. So she just I don't remember the bill, but it was like something dollars and 25 cents, and she just completely wiped out the 25 cents. She was like, don't worry about it. I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, you know what, people are so nice here. And that was on the big island. Even I've been there maybe just once before. It was so great. I love that lady. She just made me feel happy from the moment I went there. It was great to be on the streets and listen to people speaking in English and talk to complete strangers. And of course there were lots of Chinese there for whatever reason, and other visitors from different countries obviously, but you know, the locals are just awesome, amazing, and just so laid back and so great. I miss Hawaii so much. I wish my kids could be there and learn about the culture of Hawaii. And I don't know, and there are a lot of things I want, but who cares? Nobody cares. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna probably get my mind back here into this car and where I am right now, and put the babies into the stroller and just stroll for a while, and then take them to the ocean before it's 12 o'clock. All right, thanks guys for listening to me. Or it was nice to talk to myself on the phone today. I feel better, I really do. Okay, talk to you soon.